Good evening, everyone. I'm First Alert meteorologist Lauren Linehan, filling in for Chief Meteorologist Wes Wyatt this evening. Welcome to First Alert Weather Extra, our all-weather 30-minute streaming show you can catch Monday through Fridays on our streaming channels for WBRC. We're talking Apple TV, Amazon Fire Stick, and of course, good old Roku. And hey, if you got Instagram, Facebook, that works too. And our WBRC weather app, the website, we got you covered on your side as always. So we have been tracking some storms this evening. Let's get a look at one of our sky cams that is showing a gorgeous view from Jasper at Young Jewelers downtown. Now, some storms have already come through Jasper, but that doesn't mean you're in the clear yet, Walker County. But because there have been some storms coming through, check out those temperatures, checking in at 79 degrees. You get some rain to come through, can help to cool you off and set you up for a semi-decent evening. So that's a view from Jasper. Now, as we look across Birmingham, this is from our tower cam at WBRC. We are tracking some storms coming in from the northwest, and you can really just see almost that rain in the background looming over the city. Now, it's not a guarantee that these storms are going to be moving into Birmingham, but they could get into the northern parts of Jefferson County. We're talking Trussville, Gardendale, Fultondale within the next 20 minutes or so. And as far as McWane Science Center, you've also got that view downtown. I know it's cloudy, I know it's gloomy, but I mean, some of these cloud charts aren't that bad. And y'all know, as always, if you have some nice cloud photos and there's not a storm around, you can do so safely. You can send them to us on the First Alert weather app. But here we are on our First Alert AccuTrack. Here are the scattered showers and storms we are tracking as they push down to the south and east. Most of these storms are not really on the strong side, but you're still going to have that threat for some heavy downpours and frequent lightning on some of these. So we'll zoom in first to this storm that's kind of broken up a little bit as it's moved south and east towards Jefferson County. Around Warrior, Hayden, that's where some of that heavier rain is now pushing into White Oaks, Brentwood. A first alert for those storms on your way. And then right along I-22, stretching from over towards Cordova, Barney, West Jefferson, Littleton, you've got some heavier rain and lightning that will be pushing its way basically right down I-22. And as of right now, it looks like these storms are going to stay northern Jefferson County. They may be able to squeeze a little farther to the south and east and get into Birmingham here shortly. But we also have around Smith Lake this thunderstorm that has been bringing some cloud to ground lightning from Arley. Now, as that's pushing towards the south and east, maybe getting a little closer towards I-65 within the hour. Crane Hill getting another round of showers and storms, and it looks like it's pushing towards Ardell, headed towards Cold Springs. As we look across East Alabama, we have another thunderstorm that is making its way towards I-59 from Bethlehem up towards Pine Grove, Egypt. Some of that heaviest rain is going to continue to push south and east. So first alert for Shiloh and Tuatala for seeing some more rain here shortly. And as we put our model in motion here over the next 60 minutes, the general motion of these storms, they formed in North Alabama and now they're pushing their way to the south and east. So this model data gives us a really good view of where these storms could be moving next. You'll notice Springville, potentially a thunderstorm coming in within the hour. Storms moving through Gadsden, making their way towards Jacksonville and passing close to center once more. And then as we look across West Alabama, we have been seeing some thunderstorms developing across North Mississippi that are just going to keep on sliding right down I-22. So we saw that picture of Jasper, looked a little gloomy outside. Definitely a possibility you could be seeing more rain within the next hour or so. So we're going to continue to track these here on First Alert Weather Extra. Remember, with it getting closer to sunset, you've got these clouds and storms around, would probably make for some cool photos. You got to send those in on the First Alert Weather app. In the meantime, let's look at what is coming up on First Alert Weather Extra. We're going to be checking in with Matt, Mickey, and Fred. Matt is going to be giving us a rainfall update, and with fall just around the corner, Fred takes us on an absolutely Alabama adventure to learn more about fall planting. Of course, we're going to be talking about that unsettled weather pattern that feels like it's just not been letting up. Could get worse. Let's alert as we go into the weekend. We'll be right back with First Alert Weather Extra.
When 6 on Your Side investigates, the issues that directly impact you matter most to us.
That's why we're getting answers on rising prices and how you can save some money.
And being another set of eyes looking out for your kids and your family.
Getting to the bottom of health and billing issues that may be hidden in the fine print.
How events nationwide are affecting you here at home.
WBRC Fox 6 is always here on your side, ready to help. This is why 6 on Your Side investigates.
These are your mornings, and Good Day Alabama is built to start them right. the only station staying local on all platforms all morning long. In your community, giving you a deeper perspective with the largest team dedicated to you. Showing new stories from overnight, helping you get through your day. With First Alert weather and traffic, getting to the point, not wasting your time, these are your mornings. Prepare for a good day. Prepare with Good Day Alabama.
When moments turn severe, how do you find clarity?
This is your First Alert from the WBRC Fox 6 weather team. We're with you as we prepare for this threat.
In a season of constant change, when you need to know first, when you need to prepare, only one team gives you the First Alert wherever you are. A trusted team staying ahead of what's next in your neighborhood. Stay alert. Stay with the First Alert weather team. Live, new, and on your side, beginning at 9 p.m. In a day filled with clutter and noise, WBRC Fox 6 News breaks down what you need to know before anyone else. With new updates, live and on the scene, answers for your money and your livelihood with 6 on Your Side investigates. And your First Alert for the hours and days ahead with the WBRC First Alert weather team. On your favorite platforms every night. WBRC Fox 6 News at 9 and 10. On your side.
Welcome back to First Alert Weather Extra. Meteorologist Lauren Linehan. We've been talking about how soggy this pattern has been thus far for September. And a lot of the sunsets we've been seeing have been pretty cloudy, but sometimes you get some peaks of sunshine. They can look pretty cool. I love this sunset last night that was in Pelham. Not because the sunset was particularly spectacular, but how cute is that buck showing up there? Thanks to Billy Roberts for sending that in. We'll keep looking for your weather photos on the First Alert Weather app. In the meantime, you're probably wondering, when is this soggy pattern going to let up? How does this compare to other Septembers? We check in with meteorologist Matt Daniel for an update.
All right, we are in a new month of September. We're after the Labor Day, and we're talking about that trend where we should begin to cool down as we approach fall and winter. So last month our average high temperature was 91 degrees, but guess what? In the month of September, on average, our high temperature is about 86 degrees, and by October, our average high is in the mid 70s. So we're getting there. We haven't had extreme heat, and a lot of that's because we've had a lot of clouds and a rainy weather pattern. Now, what about our average low temperatures? For August, it was in the lower 70s, but notice now it's in the mid 60s is where we should be. So over the month, we'll start off with our average low in the upper 60s, and it'll start to drop as we go every 3 to 5 days. And then notice our average low in October, 54 degrees. So we just got another month or so before we actually really feel that dry, cool air. But for now, it's pretty soggy. What about monthly rainfall? Believe it or not, September, October, one of our driest months usually. On average, we'll see about 4 inches of rain in the month of September. We've already recorded almost 2 inches so far. So yeah, definitely been a very wet and unsettled start to the week. Here's a look at those rainfall totals over the past 5 days. And of course, we've had significant rain, and especially in northeastern parts of our area. Cherokee County, we've had in the far northern parts of that area over 6 inches of rain. We've seen some flooding, and as you can see, we've seen some heavy rain over the weekend with 1 to 2, 3 inches of rain. Look at Birmingham, or areas just north of the airport. We're looking at 4 inches we're estimated on our radar, and lots of rain as you go towards Chelsea, down towards Alabaster, several inches of rain through there. And that's clipping northeastern parts of Bibb County, and not as much rain though in Centerville, and as you go into the western half of Chilton County, but a little soggy though in Coosa, going up into southern parts of Talladega. So we are likely going to see more rain add on to these totals. So it looks like a very wet start to the month of September. So here's where we should average for the month: 4 inches, like I said, in Birmingham, a little less than 3.5 inches of rain for Tuscaloosa. And it trends a little drier for Anniston, and a little over 3 inches of rainfall. Anniston so far has picked up over 1.25 inches and about 3/4 of an inch of rainfall in Tuscaloosa. So it's going to be pretty easy, I think, to get pretty close to those averages over the next 5 to 10 days. And the potential rainfall totals for the next 7 days, as you can see, it's going to stay fairly unsettled and wet across this eastern half of the country. Looking pretty dry as you go west of Dallas and into the Pacific Northwest, and all these little streams you're seeing, those are all from tropical systems. We have one out there in the Pacific, and then of course you've got another storm out there, Earl, that is producing a lot of heavy rain that's going to stay out into the Atlantic Ocean. So monitor the WBRC First Alert weather app. Flooding will be a concern over the next 5 to 7 days.
Well, thanks for that, Matt. And we want to thank some of our viewers for not just sending in photos of some gorgeous deers, but hey, what about those sunsets and sunrises? Check this out from Cottondale in Tuscaloosa County. This was the sunrise yesterday morning. I mean, this just looks like something asking to be painted from Angie Scrivener. So hopefully we'll continue to see some beautiful sunsets and sunrises as we creep a little closer towards fall. And as we creep closer towards fall, you may be wondering, okay, what should I be putting in my garden? We'll check in with meteorologist Fred Hunter with an Absolutely Alabama update.
Well, it's time for another Absolutely Alabama Weather Extra, and we're here again with Chris Chambers from Chambers Farm Supply in Coleman. Chris, you know, they talk about time flying, but it seems like just yesterday we were in here, we were talking about Good Friday and spring and planting, and now we're on the edge of fall here. Still some warm days, but there's still plenty of time for gardeners in our state.
Oh yeah, there's still plenty of time. We're starting to move into the fall planting now with your collards, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, things of that, but still there's still a little bit of time if you want that last crop of cucumber, squash, zucchini, you know, those things. But also we're moving into fruit trees, you know, so don't forget about your bushes, blueberries, blackberries, because fall, they say, is really your best time, but right. You know, we get winter fever, you know, staying in coops, so we all want to do it in the spring. But it's here really upon us. So, I mean, the coming weeks, I feel like we're probably cooling down and just getting better planting time. And of course, we're going to be spending more time out, you know, because hopefully we'll be in the 70s or the 80s.
And you said really this is a better time to plant a few things because you personally had some bad luck with some of your greens in the spring.
Yeah, because the bugs, you know, you get in that early season, bugs are starting to come out more. So, you know, by the time, say, your broccoli is getting ready, bugs are going to hit it, or maybe it bolts too quick where then it just kind of ruins your whole crop. So spring or fall really is kind of the better time on certain things, but you still can get to crops out of certain ones. So
now someone asked me last week, and this is just something I don't know, about tomatoes. If you could still plant tomatoes. I mean, we've got a lot of warm days ahead, cool nights, but is it too late on a tomato?
If you don't have them started, I would say it probably would be by seed. Now, you know, if you can find some plants still, that may be a good 6 foot tall, I think you'd be still a good chance, but you're going to be pushing it. Wait any longer, you're going to be iffy on it.
Okay, and deer season is still a while away, but people are getting ready for deer season, and you can help them out there. Tell us about the offerings you have as far as our deer hunter friends out there.
Yeah, so of course, you know, corn's always the biggest thing, you know, especially with the baiting laws now, so you can kind of bait, but it's time to start planting. You know, Labor Day is probably one of our biggest weekend that kicks off deer planting. And then just really people plant all the way in October, and some may push into November, just depending. But, you know, from your food plot seed to different types of corn, flavored corn, turnips, you know, you want to get some yourself and plant some for the deer. Just a little bit of everything we offer, you know, just for the fall time.
And it was pointed out, sometimes we'll have an early frost sometimes, but sometimes some of your greens actually taste better after they've had a frost on them. Is that right?
Yeah, they kind of sweeten up a little bit. You get a little bit stronger flavor out of them. And that's really when your wildlife, like deer, will hit like turnips more, or radishes, is they may eat the green, but when it really gets frost, that's when they start digging up the actual root of the vegetable. So frost definitely helps a lot of your greens.
Okay, all right, well there you go. Chris Chambers here at Chambers Farm Supply in Coleman. You come by, I promise you Chris or someone here will help you out.
And you know me being real basic, I'm super excited about kale going into the winter season. Coming up next, forecast not so basic, unfortunately. We still got some wet weather around. We're going to be breaking down that unsettled pattern. First Alert Weather Extra. We'll be right back.
Remodeling a shower or bath can be tricky with gas prices up and tight monthly budgets. Cost is a real concern, but West Shore Home is helping homeowners get the shower or bath they need right now. I'm joined by Kirsten from West Shore Home. And Kirsten, tell us, how is West Shore making bath remodeling affordable?
So Joe, for folks who want to get their bath or shower project done right now, we have a very special offer. We know that monthly budgets are a little bit tight right now, which is why we wanted to make this offer available to everyone. If they give us a call, we have 18 months of no payments and no interest financing. That means they can get their shower or bath done now and not have to make a payment for 18 full months.
So you're saying people can get their new shower or bath installed right now and not have to worry about making any payments or paying any interest until 2024. That's really helpful.
Definitely. People love this plan because it allows them to be flexible with their finances.
Can we see some projects you've done recently?
Absolutely. So here's one where the homeowner wanted to replace their old fiberglass shower with something more new and modern. So we replaced it with a beautiful marble style shower with an easy low step entry and a beautiful shower door.
That is amazing. Perfect combination of safety and beauty.
It definitely is. So let's take a look at another one. These homeowners were struggling with mold and mildew from their old tile. They were tired of scrubbing. We were able to give them this beautiful new shower that is so much easier to clean. You can get a new shower or bath just like this when you call right now, and you won't have any interest or payments until 2024.
Kirsten, thanks so much. Folks, do not put off that shower or bath project any longer. West Shore Home is making it affordable to take care of that bath project right now. West Shore Home is extending this offer for 1 week only. Free installation on all shower and bath projects. And for a limited time, they're doing 18 months of flexible financing. That's no payments and no interest until early 2024. This is an offer you don't want to miss. Call the shower and bath experts at West Shore Home now.
Welcome back to First Alert Weather Extra. I'm meteorologist Lauren Linehan. I'll be frank with you guys. I'm ready to wrap up the show so I can go outside and look at the storms as they're coming closer to Birmingham. I mean, look at this. Beautiful views on our First Alert Sky Vision. You can see the sunset, but some storms in the distance. Always makes for some cool weather photos. I know I sound like a broken record, but if you do have any cool weather photos, we'd love to see them on the First Alert Weather app. In the meantime, here are those storms that we're tracking on our First Alert AccuTrack coming in from the northwest and generally pushing to the south and east. Now, as these push to the southeast, it's not like they're necessarily losing their oomph at all, but they aren't quite as impressive as they were to the northwest. So we see here in northern Jefferson County, we have that thunderstorm approaching Brentwood and moving towards Margaret, headed towards I-59 near Springville. And then we have this other thunderstorm that is bringing some decent cloud to ground lightning all the way from Cordova up towards Curry and Smith Lake. And that is bringing some heavier rain right down I-22. So again, I wouldn't be surprised if this does manage to make it to Gardendale and Fultondale here within the hour. And then here's this heavier thunderstorm that's been bringing some heavy downpours from Mary Lee up towards Smith Lake, and that will keep on pushing to the south and east as well. And then as we look across East Alabama, we've got this thunderstorm that we've been tracking closer to Attala and up towards Egypt. You can see some lightning on this as well, stretching down towards Shiloh and Steele, and that will keep on pushing into East Alabama here within the next 60 minutes. And looking at that model data over the next 60 minutes, if you haven't seen rain yet, a lot of these storms may fizzle out. Once they get further to the south, they may not be quite as strong or have as much in the way of lightning or heavy downpours, but showing here that these storms that have been moving into Jefferson County, potentially getting closer to Birmingham within the hour. And as they do so, they may not have quite the same amount of heavy rain on them as they do now, but it's worth noting that if you're going out to dinner, maybe running some errands before you call it a night, that there could be some rain coming into at least northern Jefferson County, continuing to make its way a little farther southward here within the hour. As far as temperatures, you can really see where that rain has cooled some spots off. Already at 70 in Coleman, 74 in Aniata, 73 in Gadsden, and 74 in Haleyville. Spots to the south running a little bit warmer, but as that rain does creep a little farther to the south, we should see more of us dropping into the 70s. That bus stop forecast for tomorrow, I don't think rain coverage is going to be overly impressive for Wednesday and Thursday. We're talking just some hit or miss storms, certainly not going to be a deluge, so the kids may be able to get away without packing the umbrella. But the best chance of storms would be during the afternoon, starting off tomorrow muggy and mild with some patchy fog in the forecast, and temperatures still running below average in the low to mid 80s with all of this cloud cover around. As we look at the next 24 hours here, our high resolution model data, I'll go ahead and tell you ain't doing a great job. It has not picked up on the storms that have been moving through this evening. So we'll kind of ignore this evening and look ahead to tomorrow morning. Showing some clouds around. I do think tomorrow and Thursday that we will manage at least some little measly breaks of sunshine, which should push us into the low mid 80s. Here we are tomorrow afternoon around lunchtime, showing at least some widely scattered showers and storms developing. Not everyone's going to see a thunderstorm tomorrow, but if you do, it could bring some brief downpours, maybe some cloud to ground lightning. Now tomorrow night we do have a Barons baseball game, and this is going to be Wet Nose Wednesday as well. And I know we've had a lot of wet noses around here recently, so if you want to take the good dogs out to the game for tomorrow night at first pitch, there may be a stray shower or storm around. I really think most of us will not have any issues, and as we go through the evening, any little stray shower or thunderstorm around would fizzle out. And of course, it's going to be warm and muggy, but you probably already knew that. Now, as we look at rain coverage going into the next several days, we do have a first alert for it going up by Friday. Our next big thing is really going to be ramping up this unsettled weather pattern, and that means a better chance of rain as we head into the weekend. So as we look at what is causing this, we have a trough of low pressure in the upper levels of the atmosphere, and you can really see it right here. See that? It's a little trough. And so that's been set up over the Gulf Coast. And what that does is it creates a lift in the atmosphere, which allows storms and showers to develop. So as we go into the next several days, we're still going to see that trough here. But look what happens as we go forward in time. This circulation begins to get cut off from areas to the north. So when you get a cutoff area of low pressure in the upper levels of the atmosphere, that really can lead to more rain and storms, kind of unsettled weather. It's not in the main flow, so it can't move its way out of here. So what happens is you get a stagnant pattern in place. You get cloudy skies, you get moisture coming in from areas to the south of us, the Gulf of Mexico. So that's just going to be feeding those rain chances as we go into the weekend. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, may not be a deluge all day long, but certainly higher than average rain chances in the forecast. And I know we got some football this weekend. Of course, Alabama will be in Austin this weekend to take on Texas, and going to be much drier there. Unfortunately, also really hot too. So if you're going there, be mindful. You won't have any rain to deal with, but it is going to be a little on the toasty side. So breaking down that 7-day forecast, Wednesday and Thursday, hit or miss showers or storms with some more breaks of sunshine. I do think that could put us at least into the mid 80s, but those temperatures going to knock right back down as we go into the weekend and see more clouds and rain around with that unsettled weather pattern setting up. And that could potentially linger into early next week as well. So just be mindful of the fact that it's still going to be soggy in the days ahead. I know a lot of you are wondering, well, could we get a front end? Can we get some taste of fall? Not looking overly promising at this time, but we'll keep you updated. Before we wrap up tonight, we're going to check in with Mickey Ferguson to get you out the door for your Wednesday morning First Alert Weather Extra. We'll be right back.
When 6 on Your Side investigates, the issues that directly impact you matter most to us. This is why 6 on Your Side investigates.
These are your mornings, and Good Day Alabama is built to start them right. The only station staying local on all platforms all morning long. Prepare for a good day. Prepare with Good Day Alabama.
When 6 on Your Side investigates, the issues that directly impact you matter most to us.
That's why we're getting answers on rising prices and how you can save some money.
How events nationwide are affecting you here at home.
WBRC Fox 6 is always here on your side, ready to help. This is why 6 on Your Side investigates.
In a season of constant change, when you need to know first, when you need to prepare, only one team gives you the first alert. A trusted team staying ahead of what's next in your neighborhood. Stay alert. Stay with the First Alert Weather Team.
When 6 on Your Side investigates, the issues that directly impact you matter most to us.
Being another set of eyes looking out for your kids and your family.
This is why 6 on Your Side investigates.
Live, new, and on your side. Beginning at 9 p.m., WBRC Fox 6 News breaks down what you need to know before anyone else on your favorite platforms every night. WBRC Fox 6 News at 9 and 10. On your side.
When 6 on Your Side investigates, the issues that directly impact you matter most to us.
That's why we're getting answers on rising prices and how you can save some money.
This is why 6 on Your Side investigates.
How will the weather impact your roads? The First Alert Weather app has live traffic updates and road conditions for a safer commute. This is why we First Alert.
WBRC Fox 6 News, on your side.
Welcome back to First Alert Weather Extra. You may have noticed the sun setting a little earlier than it used to. I don't know about y'all, not too thrilled about that, but we check in with Mickey Ferguson for an update on how it's looking in the days ahead.
Hey, let's take a look at some of our sunrise times for the next couple of months. Tomorrow, we have a sunrise at 6:25 in the morning, but October 1st, just a month away, 6:41, and by November 1st, 7:06. And you put that together with our sunset times, we're going to be losing 2 minutes of daylight each and every day until we get to the shortest day of the year, the winter solstice. So today, sunset at 7:06 p.m. We're down to 5:55 p.m. by November 1st. So those days, period of daylight in the northern hemisphere keep getting shorter and shorter. By the contrast, the southern hemisphere, they're getting longer and longer. How about that? What should you wear tomorrow? Well, it's still going to be warm. We start out at about 70 degrees, so if you can get away with it, some short pants, a short shirt. I wouldn't wear those shoes, though. It just doesn't go. It just doesn't match. I'd go with the tennis shoes. It looks a little bit better. And a hat to keep that sunshine off of you. I'm laughing. It's liquid sunshine because we do have a chance of rain again tomorrow. And if you're going to the bus stop, well, in the morning hours tomorrow, you'll probably be okay, but getting off the bus, about a 50% chance of rain. Let's head on down to the Gulf Coast where they have a moderate rip current threat there of seeing some showers and some thunderstorms down at the beaches, and that just makes the surf a little unsettled. 50% chance of rain tomorrow, but then we're up to 80% for Thursday into Friday and scattered showers going into the weekend as well. Highs not that bad at the beach. We're in the 80s, mid-80s, overnight lows into the mid-70s. And if you're going to the beach, the mountains, just wherever you go, just take us your weather forecast with you. You just download the First Alert Weather app. It's absolutely free. And while you're on vacay, you can take a few pictures and send them to us, and we can feature them right here on Weather Extra.
If you guys haven't sent us a photo yet on the First Alert Weather app, we're just sounding real desperate at this point, so if you could help us out, that would be great. We love weather photos. That's like a meteorologist's kryptonite. In the meantime, looking at that 7-day forecast for Wednesday and Thursday, we're talking some hit or miss storms. It really does look like that best chance of rain, though, is going to be on Friday. So first alert for it, well, just being plain rainy. It may not necessarily be raining all day long, but you can expect some wet weather at times and keeping scattered showers and thunderstorms in the forecast, not just for Saturday and Sunday, but that could potentially carry into early next week. The benefit, though, of having the clouds and rain around should keep high temperatures down in the low 80s, maybe even only the 70s on Friday. And before we wrap up here, I'm sure he's already asleep, but I had to give a special shout out to meteorologist Matt Daniel, who helped me out with a flat tire today. So hashtag True Friend Tuesday. Thanks to Matt for looking out. So nice to have our family here at Fox 6. And we hope you have a nice night as well. Hopefully no flat tires, because we know the Birmingham roads sure love to give us those sometimes. Hope you have a safe and happy Tuesday evening. Check back in with us tonight on First at 9.